Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we've got the Bee Gees, Staying Alive in my head, and the pre-shuffle offers up the Hermit and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Good morning, Mountain Girl. Hi, Patricia. How are you guys doing? You got the notification! That's amazing. All right, so we've got a situation where you're basically being a little bit slapped across the face, like, what are you doing? You're missing out. There's something here about, um, he's in a coffin, you guys. That's not normally where we have the hermit hanging out. Happy Friday, ladies. But we've got a warning here that you are basically missing out because you've maybe been, well, the song says, been kicked around since you were born. So you've definitely had your fair share of difficulty and betrayal, disappointment. But there's something about your mentality, the thinking that you're letting yourself kind of drown in right now, that you need to have a little bit more of a positive spin. Now, I keep thinking of dancing because of staying alive. And so for some of you, there's something like dancing, or you actually do enjoy dancing, maybe in the kitchen like I do. But there's something like that that can help you kind of get out of this funk. See, everything's about dancing. So we're going to see what else we find out here, but you're being encouraged to be a little bit more social because I think there's somebody you're supposed to meet or somebody you're supposed to see. Maybe they inspire you or maybe they inspire you to fall in love, right? All right, let's call in spirit. A little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's Friday, that helps. I think we'll go with the Tattoo Tarot to start us off here. And seriously, can't get the Staying Alive song out of my head right now. I think that's also meant to encourage you, like, yeah, you've been through some crap, but you've also been able to make it through, right? Sometimes we have to remind ourselves, well, yeah, this kind of sucks, but I've already been through A, B, C, D, E, and, like you've been through a lot, so you can handle it, right? We've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. There's been an issue in terms of finances, not necessarily that you've been penny pinching, but this does seem to be maybe an expectation that you had of income or some sort of break that has evaporated. There's some sort of constraint or like surprise issue, right? Good morning, Joanna. How are you doing? And I feel like there's going to be a pretty swift change here in terms of finances because the Four of Pentacles in the upright can be frugality. When it's in the reverse, it feels to me more so like there's a chance here to get back what you have lost, or maybe even, more than that. So I think part of the reason you're being encouraged to give up the hermit vibe is there is something you're meant to do. Hanged Man. A change in perspective. So you are feeling like things are difficult or rough, that you kind of have to sequester yourself away from others because they've been nothing but trouble. But you're going to have a change of mind. You're going to see things differently. I'm looking at this image and noticing one leg is free. So it's like somebody tried to catch you up, or maybe even you kind of stayed put or didn't want to try something new, but there's going to be something that helps you shift away from this and you get a little bit more positive, right? Now, this could be your person instead of you, so take it how it resonates. But we've got somebody who has been hesitant to try something new, hesitant to step outside that comfort zone, but there's a reward for doing so. There is a crossroads or a decision that is approaching you, and that's probably why you're getting this reading, right? There's a nudge in the direction of taking a chance because it will pay off for you. Transformation. We have the death card coming out. So, yeah, definitely a nudge for you to change your outlook or change your perception in terms of hanging out with other people. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I feel a little bit called out. So if this resonates for you, don't worry, you're not getting any judgment from me. I like to hang out with my cat and my roller skates. All right, let's see. We have the Lovers in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. All right, they want that one too. Five of Wands in the reverse. So, yeah, it feels to me like you have decided it's best to be kind of cut off right now and not really communicative. Maybe you just needed a little bit of time to regroup. Maybe you're going through a pretty significant transformation. Um, there was at one point, I think, a bit of difficulty in identifying who the issue was, almost like there were too many people gossiping or getting in your business to really know, how do I handle this? How do I manage this? With the Lovers in the reverse, I think there's also a sense here that you were not chosen for something that you thought you would get, maybe a job or a lover, but there was a loss that was kind of frustrating him. For some of you, you had a financial loss at the hands of somebody that you care about deeply. There's a Three of Pentacles in the reverse energy here underneath the Hanged Man, telling me that you may have to, kind of rethink your strategy here in terms of being a little bit too standoffish, a little bit slow to collaborate with others, because there is an offer approaching you, and the universe is a little bit nervous you're going to miss this opportunity if you're too busy, avoiding everyone. All right, fine. And I think one thing that always stands out for me with this particular Knight of Cups card, you see there's a space where there should be a chalice or a cup, but it's just blank white. I think some of you may be struggling to envision what a good offer looks like. Now, that could apply to both love and career. Maybe you've had a pretty difficult situation with regards to love and your career. Oh, well, Patricia, relatable. That's why we have our lovely little chat room here too, right? We can hopefully provide a little bit of socialization. Hi, Ivan. How are you doing? So, I think you're being encouraged to have an open mind and maybe even do a little bit of daydreaming. If you got the best offer possible for love or for career, what would that look like? Start thinking about that instead of the things that have not worked out. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse, there's a sense that this change in perspective is going to help you actually get this new beginning that you're deserving of. This Queen of Wands in the reverse is somebody who is not drawing in what they need to draw in terms of opportunities, or they're missing them, right? If you're in this hermit mode, you're not going to get some of those offers because you're hard to find, hard to reach. So you're being encouraged to, I guess the channel song should have been, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. All right, we're going to grab a few from the situations deck. We have Plugged, which is a reference to social media most times, and Bounty Hunter, Chaser, and Hot Pursuit. So you may be a little bit standoffish or a little bit avoidant when it comes to social media or socializing because you've dealt with somebody that's been a little bit, do we say stage 5 clinger? Somebody who has maybe been a little bit too interested in being in your energy. You may have dealt with a catfish situation. You may have dealt with somebody who is lying about their relationship status. You may have been dealing with somebody who just doesn't know how to take no for an answer. And I can't really fault you if you decided you needed a little bit of time to yourself, right? Eight of Wands in the reverse, don't talk to me kind of thing. But we have anxiety coming out almost in the reverse. So I feel like this is changing for you. You've got a greater sense of peace or tranquility, helping you to envision like a way forward, right? A different chapter that isn't marked by that disappointment or betrayal, in part because you know how to recognize exactly. You know how to recognize when somebody needs to get booted. Boot scoot boogie. Very musical today. So I feel like we could be dealing with a musician or, like I said earlier, a dancer. With entrapment in the reverse, you're nobody's fool. Sorry. Saw that one coming a mile away, but maybe you'll work on somebody else. You are nobody's fool. You are not here for the games. You see right through it. And that can sometimes make it a little bit difficult in terms of that socialization aspect, right? Well, I don't want to spend all my time with a bunch of fake people who depend on external validation to get their rocks off. So, what's a girl to do, right? I'm jelly. Paris. Yes, please. I went to France, but it was so brief and I didn't get to see Paris. So I think that was a little bit sad. All right, so we've got the divine masculine here. This is underneath the Knight of Cups. For many of you, there is somebody who is feeling lost without you, and they may not even have met you yet. This could be somebody who knows that there's somebody out there for them and has a good understanding of what that person could be like, but they haven't met them yet. For others of you, there's a sense that you are gaining in strength in terms of the divine masculine side of you, addressing this healing and pain and kind of rebuilding, right? Getting to the point where you can once again pursue what you want to do with your time, what you want to do with your life, right? Good morning, Cancer King. How are you doing? So, because we've got this divine masculine underneath the Knight of Cups, for many of you, there is either your masculinity that you have worked on is drawing in an offer, but generally the divine masculine is the one that makes the offer, right? That's why we have the Queen of Wands in the upright as a symbol of being able to just kind of like chill on her throne and get whatever opportunities she needs coming her way naturally, right? How's it going, Ben? I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. So there's a desire to have a reunion here. Dun dun dun. The twin flame card, you guys. Now, this is right underneath the Ace of Wands. So this is like your other half. I get a pretty good vibe off of this. Somebody knows that there is somebody out there for them that is of better caliber than what they've been dealing with, right? If you are not already thinking in this way, I encourage you to try to shift that, right? Things haven't worked out with this person, or haven't worked out with that group of people, or haven't worked out in this career because there's something better for me. Rejection is protection. So there's something here about you really working on yourself and healing what needed to be healed, becoming the best version of yourself, drawing in that soulmate. But you got to remember that other part where, yes, you've X'd out all the people that were fake and lame, but we also have to leave the door open a crack for those people that, have that high vibration as well. All right, let's go with the Golden Art Nouveau. Get a little bit more tarot for you guys. Four of Wands in the reverse and Judgment in the reverse. Yep. I think there was a relation or situationship that went south quickly because somebody made a decision that was ill-advised. This could have impacted your home, this could have impacted your finances, or it could have impacted your job. Whatever happened, this is kind of like reading as a demotion for me. So you might have thought somebody was the one, and then they did this stupid thing, and you were like, I'm good, thanks though. Like, I'm not here for that. Whatever you did, that's not something that would be, you know, congruent or in alignment with the partner I'm meant to be with. And this person was shocked because they were really expecting to be able to kind of keep you on the hook. But you're too smart for that. You're nobody's fool. So I think there was somebody here who tried to entrap you in some way. For some of you, there could have been an attempt to get you pregnant. For some of you, there could have been an attempt to take something of yours. We have the lovers in the reverse here. So I think you learned a pretty significant lesson, but I also feel like it went pretty quickly here for you in terms of I saw what you did, I know what you're capable of, and you are not the one. There's something out there better for me. For some of you, this could be a best friend situation or a family member, but I think for the majority of you, this is a person you thought was your soulmate, and the way they ended up treating you was just not cool, right? Sexy Italian artist. Oh, is that a thing? Do you have their phone number? Hi, Christina. How are you doing? I love it. It takes you guys like 3 years to say all of your hellos because you're starting to recognize all of each other. We have the King of Cups and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. I love it. This is somebody who is not a liar. This is somebody who is authentic and can communicate how they feel, what they want, who they are. And this is more on your level. So this is the opportunity that you don't want to miss because you've still got somebody else who fouled it up on your mind, right? We have leveled up and there are better things coming our way. But we miss out on those things that are coming our way if we stay stagnant and live a hermit life. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, you might be making it a little bit too difficult for this person to come forward if you are, in the middle of nowhere and don't have cell phone reception, right? How are they supposed to reach you? So there's something here about making sure people can find you or run into you if you are wanting to make sure you don't miss an opportunity. All right, let's get a little bit from the Kipper. We have main male and main female in the reverse. Interesting because we have this divine masculine here, and I would say this main male is basically our emperor, right? So we've got somebody who has stood in their power or acknowledged this is wrong and this is right, making an effort to align to the, higher vibration that they feel within. But with the main female in the reverse, this is somebody acknowledging that whatever they were in terms of a relationship, it wasn't a good fit. There is like we might see the temperance in the reverse because there is something here that indicates it's not a good mix. One person is working on themselves and the one person is not. Sudden wealth. Sign me up. And I like that we have main male is number 1 and sudden wealth is number 11. So we've got 111. Somebody is going to be a little bit put out by the fact that you have this newfound wealth. With the message envelope here, I feel like they're going to be there's like gossip or chatter about your success. Yeah, I think there's a group of people, possibly even family members, not necessarily yours, but that close knit group that are talking about you, and I think almost like a near miss in terms of their being able to have some way to get their like sticky fingers on your money, right? So you walked away from or left behind a group or a community that was not very supportive or had bad intent. And now you're going to get rewarded for that as long as you come out of hermit. And there's going to be something here, I think, in terms of abundance on both the love and the career front. And it's making people upset because they have no way to access it. All right, we're going to use the Rider Waite. Ace of Wands in the reverse. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Hanged Man. Yeah, exactly. So whatever we went through here in the past, there was somebody who was trying to basically make it really difficult for you to have a new beginning or take from you something that you had saved up for a new beginning. There was greed or materialism and possibly even a little bit of laziness here on someone's part, and they wanted to find a way to kind of, hitch their ride to you and let you kind of pay for everything, right? We've got the Hanged Man and the Queen of Wands in the upright. And I like that because we had the Queen of Wands in the reverse over here. So there's a lesson here, right? That you don't want to get into a position where you're spending time with somebody who's low vibe that would probably have bad intent towards you. You have wisened up to what people do in terms of emotional manipulation or, just being lame. And it's enabled you to move away from friendships or relationships that are stagnant or keep you stagnant. And the Queen of Wands is all about drawing in the opportunities, right? Again, she's a great card to see because we are warriors, right? So we've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ace of Swords. This King of Cups energy in your future, it could be somebody who's a water sign, doesn't have to be. This is somebody who's very honest, very authentic, as I said. I love seeing the Ace of Swords in the upright, clarifying the Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is not a liar, not somebody who wants to play mind games. This person is a straight shooter, and they don't juggle. We have the Emperor in the reverse. However, you could potentially miss out on this opportunity if you remain in hermit. This person has to be able to, actually meet you or run into you. With the Emperor in the reverse, you're being a little bit too controlling of who has access to you by staying by yourself. We don't want to overdo it. And I say we because I do feel like a little of this is for me. All right, we're going to continue with the Tarot Familiars. Death in the reverse. This is coming across to me as your life isn't over yet. So let's just, remember there's still living to do, right? You don't need to give up on everything. Just a few of the people that deserve it, right? Well, a few people who deserve it. Death in the reverse with High Priestess says, you can use your intuition to figure out who is worthy of keeping around or investing in and who is not. But you don't want to lose this King of Wands energy where you're able to pursue what you're interested in or live an impassioned life because you've chosen instead to be a hermit, right? Four of Wands in the upright. I like to see it. And Five of Wands. All right, so there is, it looks to me like a little bit of a concern that no matter who you involve in your life, you're going to deal with drama. could be, but we can do what we want to minimize that and still find like a happy medium, right? If you get into a relationship, inevitably you're going to have to meet like some family members or something, right? You can't necessarily control that. But do you want to spend the rest of your life alone? I mean, I'm sure you get the answers you want. It's probably a really stimulating conversation. Sorry, guys. I make fun of myself too, so it's all right. But we've got to be able to figure out when it makes sense to move forward and when it doesn't. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse again. That's what we had in our pre-shuffle, indicating that if you have too high walls around you, you will miss out on some opportunities that the universe is trying to extend to you. We have Knight of Swords, which is indicative of action. There's somebody here who wants to take action towards you. And it feels to me like this is somebody who is stressing out because they don't know how to reach you right now. This could be, again, somebody who's met you or somebody who has not met you. It really just depends on if you've already identified someone as your twin flame. Has that person actually gone through their journey, or have they decided to tap out, right? Are they unwilling to do that shadow work and become the best version of themselves, or have they done it justice? So if they have, then if they come back around, you'll notice a big difference in them, right? All right, we're going to use the Everyday Tarot to get a little bit more clarity for you guys. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. We had that up here. A change in your finances for the better. Knight of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this is almost like you might want to be a little bit deliberate in terms of how you respond to this money. If it's really big money, you don't want to draw attention to yourself. I think there's just like a bit of a cautionary warning here that there are people that are watching you that may come out of the woodwork if you're, making a splash at the dealership downtown. There are people who want you to stay stagnant for sure. And I think you know who these people are, with the High Priestess there and the Nine of Cups. This, by the way, looks to me like you don't necessarily want to look at the offers or what's available right now. So I encourage you to have a more open mind. With the Six of Cups in the reverse, this is because you're living in the past a little bit. So you got to let go some of this stuff that has happened and work on having an open heart or an open mind in terms of other people like you out there that have been doing the work, right? We can see them right in the chat room. So Knight of Cups in the reverse. So I don't always say what you guys want, but I do say what I see. And what I see is you've maybe been a little bit moody lately, a little bit too quick to maybe cut people off or cut somebody in particular off. So yes, there's been a change in perspective here on some of the people you thought you could trust, but we don't want to be, miserly. It happens, you guys. I've been there too. Like, you guys are pretty accustomed to seeing me giggly, and there are also, I think, a few people who know about this channel, who know me in real life, who know that if I get a little bit irritated, it can shift very quickly. So we just, we got to work on making sure we soften some of those edges, because we don't want to turn it into, a more attractive version of the people who betrayed us. We still want to be a positive influence, right? So we've got Judgment and Knight of Wands in the reverse. We also had the Knight of Wands in the reverse over here. So there is somebody who feels like they're blocked from you. There's somebody who feels like you have to give them the green light before they can come in. You know what I mean? Thanks, Christina. But I think my mom would say, now she's already got a big enough head. You don't need to, stop complimenting her so much. We have the Fool. I like seeing it in the upright. We had it in the upright. Oh, no, I think we have both of them in the reverse. We have the Fool in the reverse here. Or did we just have the Ace of Wands? Oh, no, here it is. So we now have the Fool in the upright, which means somebody's ready for a new adventure, but it's a little bit unconventional. With the Hierophant in the reverse, this is saying you're taking a path that's a little bit uncommon, right? Maybe you're doing things your own way and people have a little bit of a problem with that. You can tell them to submit complaints to my email address and I'll just delete them. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. There is assistance or help coming your way, but you do need to stand up for what you want and you do need to have a bit more of an open mind here. Oh, goody. We have Temperance in the upright. This means there's a good mix here, a good balance. So this person that you're about to encounter who is healed is somebody that is a good match for you. Almost want to say divine counterpart because of the twin flame element here, but we'll get a little bit more information for you before I go that far. We'll grab the Tarot de la Nuit. The Hanged Man. So we've gotten that 3 times, you guys. You could be dealing with a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart. We have the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. A little bit of reckless behavior. And we had the Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. All 3 of them in the reverse down here. So there's a bit of recklessness, a little bit of maybe inaction as well. So you might want to be, spending a little bit of time rethinking how you want to approach things and be a little bit more open-minded. Because with the Five of Swords, what I'm getting is a bit of self-sacrifice here. Like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get the same opportunities, but at least I won't get the same betrayals because it's just me, myself, and I, Well, you're being told, get your head out of your ass. Sorry. We have Temperance again saying there is a balancing here, right? You have to find balance within yourself and not just be relying entirely on yourself. Thank you for laughing. I shall tell her hello. She's got you in her prayers. We've got the 10 of Cups. There is something about your family life or your home life improving, but it does depend on you making a change in your perspective or having that open mind. With the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like this is more so saying you've got to be able to identify not just the things that are a bad investment or a trap, but you also need to be able to ascertain, hey, that's actually a good thing for me to do. That's a good partnership. That's a good friendship, right? So a little positivity sprinkled in. Ooh. We have the Moon. We have Cups. So there's something you don't expect coming your way. And I think it's a soul tribe or a really strong friendship that helps you transform into this next version of yourself, right? You don't want to completely be a different person, but there is definitely a transformation happening here. And I feel like the reason we have Death in the upright and then Death in the reverse is, yes, things are transforming. Yes, things are transitioning into a new chapter for you, but that doesn't mean your life is over. You still have some living to do. We have the Devil and she's in the reverse. I like that. I like that a lot. I think she's a dragon, right? Isn't she a dragon with those badass wings behind her? So you're putting to rest some fears, and maybe even a fear of codependency, honestly, and opening up on the social front. And when you do this, you get your positive karma. There are blessings that come your way. I think, again, I think it's love and work or finances. There's a positive uplift here for you in both regards. All right, let's grab a few from the Angel Romance Oracle. Codependency. I literally just said that. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. You may be addicted to being a hermit. Romantic feelings, but there's a romance that's meant to come your way. And if you just kind of like, no, sorry, I'm too busy watching Yellowstone, but thanks, yeah, no, nice jeans, yeah, no. Then you miss out on this, right? Soulmate. Sign me up. Right? You guys deserve that love that reflects the work that you've done. So I think this is that King of Cups energy. But look at you hanging out in a cage all by yourself. It's time to free yourself. You got to get out there and show everyone just how awesome you are. I know. They may be jealous. They may be a little bit intimidated by your particular brilliance, but, maybe it'll inspire them to be as awesome as you. All right. Do we need any more signs? This could be the one. So don't sell yourself short by playing hermit for too long, okay? It's winter where I am. I don't know if it's winter where you are, but we don't need to excuse ourselves completely from the table during an entire season, right? Gotta make sure that we can roller skate enough to have swimsuit bodies by summer. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'm gonna try to take some of this to heart as well so we can suffer socially together. All right, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be back in a little bit. However, I do have kind of a crazy weekend. Forgive me, guys. I'm gonna do what I can. You may see more shorts from me than regular videos, but we'll see. Love you guys. Bye.